Hello, my karmically connected friend. Let's be honest with each other for a moment. What was the very first sensation when you opened your eyes this morning? Was it a profound stillness? Or was it an invisible rush, the sound of the alarm urging you on, an anxiety waiting to crash in? Most of us begin our day with a misalignment. The body has not yet left the bed, but the mind has already raced ahead to solve the troubles of the future. Peace is stolen before your feet even touch the ground. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself this question? What if the way I begin my morning is already quietly shaping my suffering for the entire day? My dear friend, the Buddha never taught us how to be more productive. He taught us how to see clearly. Today, do not rush. Walk with me through these 6 reminders so you can see that peace is always available right at the break of dawn. Reminder 1. You do not need to rush life. The first reminder, and perhaps the most vital one to save your morning. You do not need to race against life. We often start the day like fugitives running away. We brush our teeth in haste, gulp down hot coffee, and rush out the door as if an invisible beast were chasing us. We believe that if we are not fast enough, the world will collapse. But look at nature. The river flows very slowly, yet it is never late to the sea. The sun rises very deliberately, yet it never misses an appointment with the dawn. The rush does not come from the clock. It comes from your fearful mind. Imagine your mind is like a glass of water being stirred vigorously. The faster you stir, the cloudier the sediment becomes. Only when you stop does the sediment settle, and the water becomes clear again. Please engrave this quote in your heart whenever you feel the urge to rush. When you rush, you are essentially borrowing anxiety from a future that has not yet arrived. You are paying for troubles that have not happened with the precious peace of the present moment. That is a very expensive debt. So this morning, try a small miracle. Slow down. When washing your face, slow down to feel the cool water. When walking, place your feet on the ground gently. There is a secret between the body and the mind. When the body slows down, the mind automatically settles. Do not let your legs run faster than your soul. Walk as if you have all the time in the world. Reminder 2. Thoughts are visitors, not commands. We move to the second reminder, a key to freeing yourself from the slavery of the mind. The moment you wake up, thoughts are just visitors. They are not commands. Often, as soon as you open your eyes, the mind turns on a loudspeaker. It screams in your ear. There is too much to do today. You are late. You are not good enough. Our biggest mistake is rushing to believe that these noises are the truth. We obey them like soldiers obeying a general. The mind says, worry. So we worry. The mind says, fear. So our heart pounds. But my dear friend, pause for a beat. In the wisdom of Zen, thoughts are essentially random phenomena, coming and going like clouds passing across the sky, or like strangers passing by your door. You are the host. The host's job is to sit still, see the guest pass, nod in greeting, and let them continue on their way. You are not obligated to invite them all in, serve them tea, or run after them to argue. This morning, try this simple meditation practice. Whenever a rushing or negative thought arises, do not try to chase it away, and do not drown in its content. Just gently step back and silently note in your mind, thinking. Thinking. It is that simple. When you place the label thinking on it, you immediately strip away its power. You realize, this is just a thought. It is not me. It has no right to order me around. Return the thought to its proper place, as a harmless echo. And keep for yourself the position of the calm observer, silent as the blue sky behind the clouds. Reminder 3. Contentment is available. Right now. We arrive at the third reminder, a simple truth often forgotten as the sun rises. Contentment is available right here, right now. You do not need to run to find it. This morning, the moment you open your eyes, please do not rush to reach for your phone. Do not let your mind dive into your to-do list. Just lie still and feel. We often live with a sweet but harmful illusion. Wait until I finish this project. Wait until I pay off that debt. Then I will allow myself to relax. We turn peace into a distant reward that lies only at the finish line. We turn the present into a temporary waiting room. But my friend, in the view of Buddhism, contentment, santuti, is not the result of having everything. It is the ability to see the wholeness in what is already present. The anxiety of the morning does not come from having too much to do. It comes from your resistance to the present, from wanting to be somewhere else, other than here. Please etch this saying into your mind. When you stop chasing peace, peace automatically appears. It is not far away. It lies in the first inhale of the morning. It lies in the warmth of your blanket, in the ray of sunlight piercing through the curtain. Peace is not something you create. Peace is something you recognize when you stop. Do not miss the treasure already in your pocket to run after a mirage. Reminder 4. Your reaction determines your day. The fourth reminder is a shield protecting your mind from the inevitable bumps of life. It is not the event, but your reaction that determines how today will be. In the scriptures, the Buddha often spoke of the two arrows. Imagine, this morning you accidentally spill coffee on your shirt, or you hit traffic as soon as you leave the house. That is the first arrow. It is an objective trouble of life, and honestly, it is unpleasant. But right after that, if you start to frown, beat yourself up for being clumsy, or angrily curse the crowd, you are shooting yourself with the second arrow. This arrow contains the poison of anger. And it is this arrow, not the spilled coffee, that completely destroys your mood for the remaining 16 hours. The morning is like tuning an instrument for the whole day. If you start with a jarring note of frustration, the melody of the day will be out of tune. So what should you do? Next time, when something unwanted happens, do not react immediately out of old habit. Practice the pause, inhale, exhale, and do nothing for a few seconds. Remember this well. That pause is not passivity. That pause is the highest form of wisdom. In that brief silence, you cut the chain of anger. You reclaim control. You choose not to shoot the second arrow at yourself. Tell yourself, this is just a small moment. I will not allow it to dye my entire day black. Only by keeping your mind calm before small ripples can you stand firm before great storms. Reminder 5. Let go before the day begins. We come to the fifth reminder, a ritual of soul cleansing that is very necessary. Let go of yesterday's burden before stepping into today. Many of us wake up, eyes open to the ceiling, but the mind is stuck in the past. We drag unresolved arguments, uncorrected mistakes, or yesterday's worries into the present. How can you embrace the freshness of the dawn if your shoulders are still heavy with that old luggage? You cannot write a hopeful new chapter if you keep rereading the sad pages of the old one. This morning, I invite you to perform a small letting go ritual, simple but sacred. Gently place your right hand on your left chest, feeling your heartbeat. Take a deep breath in, welcoming new energy. And as you exhale, Imagine you are blowing all the dust, the remnants of yesterday, out of your body. Whisper to yourself, yesterday is over. I do not need to carry it anymore. I choose to put it down. You do not need to solve all the problems of the past immediately. You just need to not let them haunt the present. Yesterday is dead. Today has just been born. Respect this fresh beginning with a light and empty mind. Reminder 6. Kindness is strength, not weakness. We reach the final reminder, and this is the foundation supporting everything we have shared. Kindness to yourself is strength, not weakness. Does your morning often start with self-criticism? Why did I wake up so late? Why am I so lazy? I look terrible. We mistakenly think that harshness is discipline, is the motivation to move forward. But no, in Buddhism, that is a subtle form of violence, and a mind that is violent towards itself can never find peace. You cannot slow down, as in Reminder 1, if you do not cherish your body. You cannot observe thoughts, as in Reminder 2, if you do not use loving kindness, metta, to soothe your anxiety. All mindfulness practices stem from a single root: compassion. Being kind to yourself is not self-indulgence or selfishness. It is the ability to create a safe space within, where you are allowed to be imperfect, allowed to stumble without being punished. This morning, instead of using a whip to drive your spirit to run, try holding its hand like leading a child for a walk. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, no matter what happens today, I vow to treat myself with gentleness. True peace is not born from strict control. Peace is born from unconditional gentleness. That is the strength of the most resilient soul. My dear friend, so we have sown good seeds for the consciousness together before entering the new day. I do not wish you a perfect day without storms, for that is unrealistic. I only wish for you to keep a steadiness in your soul, to welcome everything that comes and goes. And before you leave, please carry this mantra as your most precious luggage. Calm is not something you achieve. It is something that naturally appears the moment you stop disturbing yourself. If these reminders bring you a little lightness, please help me spread this energy to those who need it. A share or a kind comment is also a way for us to light one more lamp together. Now, step out there, not to fight the world, but to live fully with it. May your day be peaceful. Goodbye, and see you again.